What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and today we're going to be looking at an article from the New York Post titled, Parents Speak Out Against School Canceling Honors Classes in the Name of Racial Equity. Boy, that sounds about stupid as ever. I'm going to let you know right now, the whole reason they put me in honors classes when I was in school, and I started in like 5th grade just because they didn't offer them any earlier than that, it's because I was bored out of my freaking mind in all my other classes. That's literally what it was. So getting rid of that for kids like me, just so everybody can be equal, oh, those kids are going to be so bored. And when kids are bored, sometimes destruction might happen just because they're bored out of their minds. They're not learning anything any better. Let's just hop into the article. So it says, parents at a Los Angeles area school district, I'm not shocked it's LA. I'm not shocked it's LA. They spoke out at a Tuesday school board meeting against the administration's decision to eliminate honors classes in the name of racial equity because they didn't enroll enough Black and Latino students. So let me get this straight. Because enough Black and Latino students didn't fit the criteria to get into the honors classes, you're going to dumb down the smart kids to make them feel better. What type of sense does that make? How about getting with them and their families and saying, hey, we need to figure out what's going on here, okay? And helping them wherever they need help at, in hopes that that translates into more numbers being able to enroll in the next year or so. You don't dumb down the smart kids to make the dumb kids feel special. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Earlier this school year, the Culver City Unified School District replaced honor classes at Culver City High School with a one-size-fits-all approach that officials said would give students of all races an equal education, the Wall Street Journal reported. Many parents attended the school board meeting to ask the CCUSD administration to reinstate honors classes, which they laid out in a 2-page resolution. I have a child in the high school, one mom told the school board. It is too easy in his classroom. They say, Mom, they say it's equity. They say that's the reason and therefore it's okay. I want my child to be challenged. And that's the whole point. The whole purpose of those honors and AP classes is so we can be challenged. Because regular classes were not challenging us. Everything was way too easy. So because everything was way too easy, we finished everything in 5 freaking minutes. Now we're staring at the window. You're yelling at us saying we're daydreaming when we're not. We just know the material, right? Then you start messing with stuff. Then they start saying like, oh, your kid must have ADD or ADHD or whatever because they can't sit down because they're messing with things. We're bored. We're bored because you're not challenging us. Parents, another reason, I put this thing on my wall all the time, but this is another reason to homeschool your kids because this makes no sense. She said, we are immigrants. My family are immigrants. We came to this country to have a better life, a better education, to get out of poverty. We want to be able to give them a better education because this is why we chose Culver City. Starting in the fall of 2022, also this was like not too long ago, freshmen and sophomores at CCUSD have only been offered one level of English, whereas before they could choose between a grade level class or opt into an honors class, which was available to everyone. So wait a minute. The students could choose if they wanted to opt in or not? That's usually, when I was in school, that was the school's thing. Like, they usually tested you out to see if you can even get in these classes, and that's how they picked people to be in them. You got to choose if you wanted to be in it or not. That's kind of wild. Administrators argued that this keeps everyone on the same playing field so students are able to enroll in advanced classes in their junior and senior years of high school. How are you enrolling in advanced classes if you're keeping everyone on the same playing field early on? Like, you about to make people bored for 2 years for no reason. A group of parents representing the Culver City Families for Education and Equity introduced the resolution at Tuesday's meeting, arguing that a history of inequity requires a robust and varied array of learning opportunities so students at all levels can get the support they need to achieve their highest potential. Our beloved local school district, Culver City Unified School District, is in crisis, one parent told the school board during the meeting. We have entrenched patterns of disparity amongst different student populations when it comes to academic performance and an alarming reduction of educational opportunities that are available to every student with no input from key stakeholders, parents, families, and students. The group focused on more parent and student involvement in the decisions made regarding academics at the district level. Families of students in our district have been offered very little visibility and information on this issue, leading to the education of their children, and have not been afforded meaningful opportunities to voice their views on the sweeping changes made on access to honors classes for all students, another parent said. Other parents were critical of the district for implementing the one-size-fits-all approach that doesn't address what they believe to be the real problem. The district has not addressed the underlying issues of underrepresentation experienced by Black and brown students in honor classes, and has replaced previous honors English content with a one-size-fits-all class that is not serving the interest of many students, and in particular does not specifically address the need for additional support for underperforming students, while also ignoring the needs of high-performing students. Facts. This is a fail all around. It's not working, and we've thrown the baby out with the bathwater. What a crazy saying. My daughter, who's a sophomore, has said that it's not working. She's been in honors the whole way, and as a sophomore now, she says she's not challenged. Yeah, I've actually experienced that before. So, 5th and 6th grade, I'm in honors class, right? And the whole reason I didn't like it is because, like, I was already a nerd before that. Then you get to honors, and now you're really getting picked on for being a nerd. So I asked, like, the school. I was like, hey, can you please put me back in regular classes? And they were like, nah, you too smart for that. And I was like, please. I said I was getting bullied or some crap. And they were like, fine. 7th grade year, I went back to regular classes. Boy, were they so far behind. I swear on everything. The math they were learning, I was like, in 5th and 6th grade, I was learning already like high school level math, and I was killing it because I was in them honors classes. They weren't learning that in 7th grade. It was so easy. Everything was too easy for me that year, and they put me right back at honors. They were like, yo, you going to have to figure out the bullying thing. You're going right back to honors. You're going back to AP. It's not working. Like, I wasn't challenged in the slightest. Look at this. She said she's now getting like an A+++ in her English class, and she's not being challenged. She says the class is kind of a joke, so it's not working. Yeah, that was my 7th grade year. 7th grade was a joke. Everything was way too easy. School districts in California and across the country have taken similar action to eliminate honors classes across the country. It says in 2022, Patrick Henry High School in San Diego told parents it aimed to get rid of 11th grade history and English honors courses, but in response to parent protests and negative community backlash, the school reversed the decision. Yeah, you better. They trying to make your kids stupid. Just because instead of elevating the kids that are struggling, they're trying to bring the kids that are smart and high performing down to their level, which makes no sense in the slightest. Makes no sense. This is why you homeschool your kids. You wouldn't have these problems. School districts that have gotten rid of honor classes believe that students who don't take those advanced classes from a young age get behind their peers and get stuck at lower levels of academic advancement, which makes it harder to enroll in advanced placement classes later on. No. Black students make up 15% of high schoolers in the country, but consist of only 9% of students enrolled in at least one AP course, and nearly 25% of students are Latino, but they only make up 21% of students enrolled in AP courses, according to a report from the Education Trust. Yeah, you know why that's such a big issue? Because in our community, and I can say this, one of my play uncles when I was coming up, he was a teacher, but he worked at one of the schools in the hood. And my parents were friends or knew somebody who was also a school teacher teaching in the suburbs. The differences were astounding, and then we lived in the suburbs. So my parents saw firsthand, and then also my mom grew up in like the projects. So everything my play uncle would say about how on parent-teacher nights, nobody would show up, right? You ask kids about their home life, nobody's helping them with homework, nobody's doing any of that. That's a big issue in our community, especially if kids are living in those areas, versus if you live in the suburbs or anywhere outside, you have a better chance of like somebody at least sitting down and helping you, or at least getting you a tutor to help you. That's like really the difference. Like the resources are there. So that needs to be fixed before just saying, we'll just bring everybody down to the same level. No. Fix these areas that are messed up. If the parents aren't at home to help them, then we need to figure out, okay, maybe y'all need to stay after school for tutoring programs and extra studying time, and we can help you with your homework and stuff. Then we'll send you home. That needs to be figured out. You don't just bring everybody else down because of that. That doesn't make any sense. Fox News Digital reached out to Culver City Unified School District. A representative responded, "This is an issue of both academic rigor and equity. The transition from a two-tier system of honors and non-honors to college prep classes for all was led by our English teachers. We put our trust in our educators who are closest to our students, the teachers who are with them in the classroom day in and day out." Well, your teachers lied to you and messed everything up. We'll just say that. "We want to emphasize that the college prep curriculum is an honors curriculum." No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. "Serving all students with the same level of rigor as the honors curriculum and one that prepares students to enroll in advanced classes in their final years of high school. Our teachers expect the same high-level outcomes for all students. CCUSD fully supports this well-researched pedagogical approach. We are fully committed to giving the teachers the resources needed to support all students at all levels." Obviously, all this is false because one of the parents just said their student is bored and doesn't feel challenged at all, and they were in honors. But I already know college prep isn't, because they had that at my high school too. You had regular, then you had a college prep class, then you had honors, and then you had advanced placement. College prep was not on the same level as honors and advanced placement at all. So all of that is a lie. All of that is a huge lie. Like I said, they need to figure out the issues of helping the students down here. You don't bring the students up here down to their level. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense in the slightest. Y'all already heard my views. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a video. And until next time, you already know who it is. It's Sam.